What's poppin', dogs? Mr. Allen here. We are about to solve and graph some compound inequalities. And we're going to compound the fun, I'll tell you what. All right, so it's a little bit weird when we got a few things going on here. So we got two inequalities, man. This reads as -2 is less than x minus 4, which is less than 10. Now to solve these, I'm going to have to undo the subtraction of 4 here. I'm just going to have to add 4. But I got to add it to all three parts. That cancels that right there. -2 plus 4 is now +2. Then I got my x, and then I got 14. That's it. If I had a coefficient here, I'd have to divide, and I divide on all three parts. Cool. No big deal. Now let's graph this thing on a number line. I'm going to have, let's see here, I'll put 0 as a reference. I got 2, and I got 14 way the heck over here. Now, because this is strictly less than and not equal to, I'm going to be open circle, and my x is actually between those two. So I'm going to be between, when I do that, some people will also do like a woo. That's another way of notating that it's between them, right? And that's it. That's dope. One part of the answer, second part of the answer. Time for one more? Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm going to go blue. All right, so I got to solve each one individually, right? Double the mathematical fun. Here I'm going to divide by 3 on both, and I got x is less than -2. Now, you might be like, bro, there's a negative there, and you just divide it. Why aren't you flippy-flopping that sign? When I divide by a negative, I need to flip it. When I'm just dividing a negative number, no big deal, right? I divided by a positive. It stays. Cool. Or, now we got to do this one. I got to add 1 first, so I'm going to do, let's see here, add 1. I'll be fancy math. 2x is greater than 8, then I'll divide by 2, and I got x is greater than 4. So my answer here is x is less than -2, or x is greater than 4. That's my written answer. Now I'm going to graph it. So when I graph it, I'm going to have, let's see here, -2. I got my 0 as that little placeholder, as I like to call it, just to give us some reference, you know, and I got 4 right here. Now, because this is less than, not equal to, greater than, not equal to, they're both going to be open circles once again. And this x here on the left-hand side, that's the key. Now that point's where I need to go, right? X is less than -2. That's going to be all the smaller numbers, which is to the left there. And then x is greater than 4. It's to the right over there. Notice they point away from each other in an or statement. They point towards each other in an and statement. You could also always test values in here and be like, well, how about 7s between 2 and 14? That falls in between there, right? I would shade between. It would satisfy the inequality. If I tested, say, a -3, right? -3 is less than -2. I need to go on that side. So you can do test values, but I feel like it's pretty easy with the inequalities there. As long as you lay things out correctly, the arrows point where you need to go. That's dope, man. It's like a helping hand of math, you know? Lovely. Fantastic. Wonderful.